Uh, Hello, Vinay and Nazreen. Okay, so today we are going to see about Google advertisement where we had left from yesterday. We will be continuing to learn about how to create a search advertisement, and then we are going to see what is the difference between text advertisement and responsive text advertisement for search advertisements. Then we are going to see display advertisement. So what are the different total number of sizes which are available for display advertisement? And we are going to see what is responsive display advertisement. Okay, I'm going to write the same. Today we are going to see, and also of course we are going to see the audience targeting as well. Okay, so let me to write that audience targeting. Okay, then we are going to see Google text ads, and we are going to see Google responsive ads, and we are going to see display ads, and we're going to see responsive ads. Okay, so these are the things that we are going to see today. Okay, so let us start viewing what is audience targeting, and similarly we are going to see how to create a text ad and then responsive ad currently right now. Okay, done. So I'm going to create a new advertisement. So for that, I'm going to create a new campaign. Okay. Hello. So sorry. I think some network issue. I'm not sure where I had left. So I was, explaining about Google ad creation in the Notepad. Hope you both might seen. Okay, let me to share the screen. So where I had left, so both were, viewing about this audience targeting Google text ads that I was explaining, right? Okay. So shall I continue from the same slide? Okay.
Hello.
Yes, Vinay. So where did I got lost?
Here already this is written and
हाँ हाँ रिटर्न है.
now you gonna start.
Okay, so okay, let me to start with the Google Ads. So that is where I had last I had left. So I'm going to create a new campaign now. New campaign, campaigns, new campaign. Okay, all right, I got it. So I'm going to choose the website traffic campaign. So how I had last time selected. Then I'm going to choose the search advertisement. Then I'm going to type the website name. So right now I'm going to use some website. Uh, so because it is my login idea, let me do type the same which I would like to. Else I can go for this digital marketing training. Okay. Then I'm going to give the continue. So till this level we had seen yesterday, and this is going to be the next slide that we are going to configure now. So campaign name I'm going to give sample search ad done, and then it is search network, display network. So Google search partners, Google display networks. I had chosen the both. Then I'm going to let us explore the show more settings option. Okay. So, in the first segment of what are the settings that we are going to configure, one is we had given a campaign name. Then in the network segment, we had chosen whether we are going to show our text advertisement only in the search network, or we are going to show the text advertisement in display network as well. Display network in the sense it is going to be something like the partners or partner sites of Google. Are we going to show the advertisements display, I mean advertisements in display network as well? Okay, but it is going to be a search advertisement. Okay, if you want me to show me an example of how a search advertisement will look like when we are going to when we are going to display those search advertisement in display network, I can able to show you now. Let us explore those things. Search ads search ads in display network. Hmm. Okay, and it had took Yahoo search for by default. Okay, anyway, we require the ultimate result. So wherever it is available, it is well and good. Fine for us. Let us see some of the images for the search result in Yahoo search. Okay, loading itself, it is taking too much time. Search charts on display network. I would like to see some images. Great. So here we have. So we can close the Yahoo. Okay. So display network ads. So this is a good example. Here we can able to see the image which looks here. This is the display advertisement. You can able to see a cross mark here to close the display advertisement, and then here is the other advertisement, which is shown in the display placement. But what it has shown is a text advertisement, effective website, the title, URL, and description, like how we usually will be having in search advertisement. So those advertisements has been shown in display network. So this is what the option that we had chosen while we had created this Google uh, display network. Okay, so this is what the difference between what is a search ad that is going to run in a display network and what is a display ad that is going to run in the display network. Okay, all right. Fine then. So what are the additional options that we have? While we are going to expand this, show more settings, what are the additional data that we have? So one is we have the start and end date. Usually it will be having a start date and there won't be any end date, unless if we give the specification that we want to run this campaign for some 4 days or 5 days, for example. So right now, let us give a end date. Okay, so the start date is 16th. Okay, so let us configure the start date as 18th. So let us say I'm about to start this advertisement by Thursday, and after choosing the start date, we will choose a end date. So the end date can be, let me to use that for 1 week. 1 week, yes, that would do. So 18 to 24, so that will become 1 week. Okay, so 18 to 24 is 1 week, and I had chosen this campaign, so that this campaign will be running for 1 week starting from date of 18th, that is day after tomorrow. From day after tomorrow, this campaign will be running for 1 week. Okay, so campaign URL options. So let us see what are the campaign URL options. So these URL options are used to track a particular traffic which are coming from the campaign, which are coming from the ad that we are running. Okay, for an example, I will show you a real-time example for you. What is this campaign URL and tracking campaign URL? Okay, so right now we are seeing campaign URL options. So what is this campaign URL options? So that means while we are going to design a advertisement, while when someone clicks the particular search advertisement, they had came to our website. They had came to our website landing page. While they had reached the landing page, we want to identify through the Google Analytics tool to check out how many people had came through the Google advertisement, how many people had came through the Google's display advert. I'm sorry, Google's search advertisement. So those data we can able to extract with the help of this campaign URL options. So with this campaign URL options, we can give the details about what are the details that we want to add in the campaign, and how we are going to measure it. So these two data we are going to see. Okay, so let me to show you a real time example. I'm going to search for something like golf products. So these are directly reaching the website. I'm going to search for anything else. I can able to search for food franchise. What's franchise business? Okay, I got some advertisements here. Okay, so I'm going to use the third link. The reason is the third one is a landing page, and rest of the things are not sure. These are the links which lands to the direct homepage of the website. Okay, so I'm going to use this one. So franchise business opportunity. I think the tracking URL might be here. So franchise business opportunity. For shawarma franchise. So I'm going to see this one. Okay, so there is something for uh, preschool also, I think. Franchise, high profit franchise idea awarded franchise business. So, okay, something. Okay, I'm sorry, there is no URL here. Got it. So here we have the tracking code. Okay, so investmentlive.policybazaar.com/, pre-quote hyphen trade is the URL, which the part which I had given the highlight. So that is the URL. Okay, so after that what we have question mark, and then we have offer id, and then we have equal to, then we have 2004, and we have ampersand symbol, then we have utm underscore content equal to home underscore v5. Okay, so this is what the data that that they had fed from the campaign that has been that they are running that they are running. Okay, so let us explore how this additional tracking code is working. Apart from this URL, I'm going to completely uh, cut the tracking code, and we are going to explore. Okay, So here we have the complete data. So this might be looking like so difficult to identify and what is there inside, and something blah 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 messy. So we can't able to easily grasp what it's saying. Okay, but actually the URL structure is simple. It has to start with the question mark. Where is the question mark? Got it. So it has to start with a question mark. Then it should have a source. We can able to, I will let me to write source. Okay. After that, it should have a equal to. Okay, got it. So after source, it should have equal to. After equal to, it should have the text that is required to whatever that we want to convey. For an example, I'm going to write the source as GG. GG means Google advertisements. Otherwise, I can able to write G ads. Okay, so that means Google ads. Then I'm going to use the ampersand symbol. Okay, after ampersand symbol, I'm going to repeat the same source to equal to, and I'm going to write it as search. That's all. I'm going to use the ampersand one more time, and I'm going to write source 3 equal to, and I'm going to write responsive. In URL, we could not able to use the space. Okay, so instead of space, I have two options. One is I can able to use hyphen, otherwise I can able to use underscore. So hyphen I'm already using for the um, primary URL. Okay, so I can able to use a better underscore to represent a space for the tracking URL. Else, I can use the hyphen as well, not a problem. Hyphen or underscore, whichever is we require, we can use it. So let me use the underscore so that I can able to differentiate that this is the tracking URL and this is not the primary URL. So that I'm going to use an underscore. So responsive underscore ads. That means I had got the data whatever that is I required through the website URL parameters, and I had used it to read it. Like from this URL I can able to read G ads, in the sense it is Google ads, and search means it is search, and responsive ads means in the search I had created a responsive ad. So that is where the source had came from, that is where the click had came from. Okay, so by this URL tracking we can able to identify, even we can able to identify each and every traffic that has came from each and every search engine, I'm sorry, every search advertisement, or even we can able to track from which ad group this ad has been came from, or which ad of a particular ad group it had came from, or whether it is from a text advertisement, or whether it has been from responsive advertisement. So those data we can able to extract from here. Okay, so the same thing has been mentioned here. So one is they had mentioned offer ID is equal to 2004. I don't know what is the reason they had mentioned 2004. And as I had whether I had told you or not, I don't know. This source text is completely customizable. This GAds is completely customizable. It requires only the format. So that means what? After question mark, instead of source, you use any other text, not a problem. And ampersand, you have to use it. Once this data is completed, you have to use the ampersand. Then any text, not a problem. Equal to, you have to use it. Then any text, not a problem. So this is how this format keeps on continue itself till you whatever the required information that you want to keep it in the URL. Okay, so here what we can able to read from this URL, one is offer ID. They had mentioned offer ID is equal to 2004 just for the representation purpose. So what is this 2004? I don't know, because it is their internal configuration for some meaning they had given. For some reason might be like they might have created this advertisement during 2004. For that reason they might have given. So after ampersand we have the UTM content. So UTM content is a default metric from where Google can able to put this data automatically rather than we typing it. So UTM content equal to home underscore v5. So this might be the campaign name that they might had given. And ampersand UTM underscore source is equal to Google. So they mentioned that it is from Google. And ampersand UTM medium, it is equal to CPC. So that means they had created a cost per click. So when someone clicks, they will be charged. And UTM underscore campaign is equal to guaranteed plan 00 FD. So this is the ad title that they had given. Okay, so that ad title, I mean, yes, the ad title that they had given. So that is what it had been, I mean, campaign name that they had given as guaranteed plan 00 FD. So that is what it has been taken and it has been deployed here. Okay, ampersand GCLID is equal to some data. This data is something which I do not know, which had been already, which has been automatically created through the ad platform. Okay, so for your better understanding, okay, so I'm going to copy this. So what this question mark and this URL will do, this is just for us to identify from which location these data had came from. Okay, for an example, this content I had copied and I'm going to use it in some other website. So let me use it in firstcry.com. So first cry also has the same ad structure like question mark and ampersand ref2 is equal to Google lead franchise business and etc etc. All right. So let me to paste it here. So before pasting it, I'm going to write here as firstcry.com. I'm sorry, I think I should not use this slash. Otherwise, also it is coming. It is fine. Okay. So without, I think by default it uses the slash. Anyway, it is not a problem. Okay. So what it says to us, if we put a question mark in the URL, and after that, whatever the data we are writing to the URL, the website will not consider for loading purpose. It will be simply loading all the data, like how you had typed the primary URL firstcry.com. Okay, so this question mark and etc. data is just the data which we are using for the analytic purpose, and this will not have any effect on how the website will be shown to the general audience. So if we put a question mark to any website, this data has been, if we pasted this data, the website will be opened in the same way, but it will have a difference. If for an example firstgrade.com had added an analytics account with them, so in that case firstgrade.com can able to identify that people had came from the search URL www.firstgrade.com's slash question mark source is equal to gads and the source 2 is equal to search, source 3 equal to responsive ads. Okay, so these data, the FirstCry can able to extract through Google Analytics account. Okay, so let me to show you how in Google Analytics this data will be helpful for us, and what are the advantages that we can, by adding this this URL parameters along with the advertisement that we are creating. Okay. Okay, so right now I had opened this analytics. So in this analytics, I'm going to explore how this URL parameter campaign URL parameter is going to useful for us. Okay, so right now, this is the website URLs uh, which had, have the total number of page views and unique page views and all those data here. Okay, so each URL has been considered as a page while it is going to populate the data in the Google Analytics account. Okay, so what I'm going to do is in this search column, I'm going to write it as UTM. Okay, okay, so here we can able to notice that slash training is the URL name. So before the slash training, it might be having some, it will be having the URL name. For an example, enjoyfoods.intraining.com. Okay, or otherwise any other domain name. And not no, usually it will not be it will be not of any other domain. It will be of the domain enjoyfoods.com or enjoyfoods.in slash training question mark UTM is equal to 50. So this complete URL will be considered as a separate page while we are going to add a URL parameter to the campaign that we are going to run. So by this way, I can able to separately see how many people had came with the link which they had mentioned UTM is equal to 150. How many people had came with the UTM is UTM with the URL which they had which for which the UTM has been mentioned as 155. For how many it has been mentioned as UTM is equal to 161. So these data I can able to extract from the analytics account based on the URL parameter which I had already fed with the campaign. Okay, all right, done. So let us explore. So to the same campaign for the search advertisement, what are the things that are? So hope now you can able to track and analyze what are the things that are to be in the tracking template. And the tracking template at this level it is not required because we are going to use the same tracking template as question mark URL is equal to inside bracket iPearl and ID is equal to 5. This ID and URL are completely customizable. Whatever that we require, we can able to configure it. Okay. So what is the final URL suffix that I'm going to use? So this is the method that I have to use. Okay. Param1 is equal to, and it will automatically add this question mark along with the end of the campaign. So right now I'm going to create instead of me creating something, I'm going to use the automated system. Okay, so here there's a custom parameters option is there. So here I'm going to add uh, okay, I think I have to explore what is this. Okay, so final URL suffix and this custom parameters both are same. But this is something much makes the things much easier rather than me going to type equal to and value one. We can directly mention what that we are going to look for here. For an example, I'm going to write it as source, and I'm going to write it here as Google Ads, and I'm going to write it here as medium, and I'm going to write it here as search. Okay, that's all. I think this is good enough. So this is what the data that had given. So source equal to Google Ads and medium is equal to search. Okay, so I had given these parameters in the URL to for me to identify that these links had came through the Google Ads and through the search medium. So these things I can able to identify with the help of Google Analytics in the backend once the campaign is going to be running. Okay, done. Okay, so what is this targeting and audience? So this is what we are planning to see about audience targeting. So audience will have their own preference. So we are going to target in this location. We have a lot of options. Like we can target all the countries and territories. That means complete globe. We can able to target. Otherwise, we can target India. Else, we can target a particular location. And apart from these, we have an additional location option. In this location option we can able to target people only who are there in this particular location. Like here I will let me to read out the options that will be helpful for you. People in or who show interest in your targeted location. Okay, so that is what, people whoever is searching for the keyword, whether they are going to be there in the same place or not, that is different. People in or regularly in your targeted location, so that means only for the people who are there or regularly they are into the same location. The third one is people searching for your targeted location. That means people who are looking for the locations that they are targeting for. Okay, so that means they can able to, only the people who are looking for the targeted location search, they are going to get the data. For them only the advertisement will be shown. Okay, so this exclude option is used, for an example, if we mention some location here, so those locations we can able to exclude if we don't want to use those data to be there. I mean, those locations, for those locations we do not require the advertisement to be shown, so those data we can able to add in this exclude option. Okay, so right now I'm going to enter the location, and along with this we have some advanced options as well. Like we can completely narrow and target some 5 kilometers of the people from a location or 10 kilometers from a people location. Those things we can able to configure with the help of advanced search option. Okay, so hope you remember, in the audience segment we are going to explore the advanced search. So in this advanced search I have two options. One is location and the other one is radius. Okay, so by choosing this radius I'm going to give a place name here. So I'm going to give a place name which is Banashankari in Bangalore. I had given this location. So this is the complete Bangalore. Okay, it had given 20 meters, 20 miles from around Banashankari. So that is why it had completely chosen the Bangalore. But right now I'm going to edit. Instead of this 20, I'm going to give 5 miles. Else let me to give it in kilometers for a better understanding. 5 kilometers. Done. So that means what? Only from the people who are there near by Banashankari within this 5 kilometers, only for them the advertisement will be shown. So suppose if we have some shop, suppose if we have some offices, and we want the people only from the nearby 5 kilometers or 10 kilometers, who we require them to be noticed with advertisement. Those options can be done with this kind of marking a particular location with the 5 kilometer radius, and by giving the save option, only the audience who are there in Banashankari within 5 kilometers, for them only the advertisement will be shown. So similarly, you can able to choose any location in India or anywhere in this world. Okay, done. Then we had already seen this. We can include the postal code or city or region to show the or to narrow down the searches. So where we want the advertisement to be running. Okay, done. Then what we have here is the languages. Okay, so languages, what are the languages that we have? We can able to choose English. Suppose for an example, if we are running in some other country, like if you consider the Middle East countries like Dubai, Oman, Saudi Arabia, there they will have multiple languages. They will be using much of Arabic language for using the Arabic keyword and using the Arabic text as well. So for them, we have to use some other additional languages as well. So here for an ex for the first option as Arabic we have for the Arabic audience. If you feel that we are using a Arabic targeted audience, we can use the Arabic. So that means for even people who are searching through Arabic, our advertisement will be shown. Okay, so this is how we can able to configure the languages settings. Done. So right now we are going to see the audiences option. So this audience option is used for the purpose of display advertisement. Okay, so what are the locations that we want our advertisement to be running? So those settings we can able to configure here. Okay, done. So what are the things? So one thing, we can able to use it. We can able to find using the search option. Otherwise, we can able to explore through the ideas. Otherwise, you can use the browse option to go category by category option. So let me to search here that I want to target the audience who are looking for online classes. Online classes, bachelor's degree. Okay, so I doesn't, these are the category of people who are looking for classes, but not the online classes, right? So let me to explore some other segment. Let me to go for, I think I can go for some pet foods or pet shops. Okay, so here I have something like, pet suppliers. Pet supplies is an audience segment, in market audience segment, where we can reach the audience who are supplying the pets. Okay, and pest is another division, but I'm not sure why it is showing in. Okay, it is showing the suggestions. What are all the possible things that could come? Okay, in this category. So I had given this one, and I had given the affinity audience to pet lovers and dog lovers, and then the cat lovers. So these are the things that I had given. So by this way, I'm going to target only the people who have affinity towards the particular segment of the pets, and as well as I'm going to target the pet supplies as well. Okay, so this is one option through we can able to identify through the search option. And then we have the option for ideas. So ideas, this is based on these are the results which had provided by Google based on the campaign that we were previously running. So if you are running some advertisement for your company or your shop, so there the results will be completely different, and it is going to be based on the results is going to be based on the business that you are running and what is the advertisement that you are running in the Google Ads. Okay, so similarly we have the browse option. So browse option is somewhat we can able to closely identify, like if they have some interest, how we can able to identify based on their interest. Otherwise, like for an example, if they had interacted with any of our business, we can use the remarketing. For an example, remarketing is something if people had came to our website and they had not subscribed or something. Using this remarketing option, we can able to run some campaign only for the people who had visited our website, and only for them the advertisement will be shown. Okay, suppose if they are browsing in the web for some website, we can able to show our advertisement to those people particularly. Okay, I think we require some more time for the audience segment to be explored. These remarketing are something, these are some of the things which will be highly beneficiable to learn as well as to explore. Okay, so we will do one thing. We will hold our topics here. So one thing is we had seen the search audience here till now, and we'll be seeing the ideas and browse options in detail by tomorrow. The reason is because we had almost came to the nearby the session, and we will be having a doubt clarifying session now. So that will take some time, and it will be better if we continue this audience segment by tomorrow. Okay, all right, if you have anything to say you can say to me.
Hello.
Hello, yes, Vinay.
So there idea option na there.
Ideas, yes, Vinay, yes, Vinay. Yes, Vinay.
A screen not showing.
Your screen is not available, not showing to me. Okay, let me to show me the.
Your screen.
Yes, 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 ideas option is there, Vinay.
Yes. So can you explain like this?
Yeah, so that's what I told now. We will be exploring these ideas and browse by tomorrow in detail.
Okay.
Not a problem.
Okay. Okay.
I will tell you one more time. So these ideas are something, which are related to the segments which we are already promoting, or something like uh, who are based on the advertisers who are doing like us. Like I am usually do the advertisement for getting digital marketing projects. So all the results which are shown here are based on the advertisers, like digital marketing, digital marketers, digital marketing service kind of advertisers. So they might choose in some of the segments through which they are targeting the audience. So those segment has been
Okay.
shown here.
So here SEO, SME
Yes, these
services
things will
now.
be shown only for me, because the reason is I'm into this field and I had created some advertisement into this
Okay.
segment. and I had created,
Got it. This is suggested thing.
yes, suggested. So that is why it is ideas. So it is only for a specific business based on our previous campaigns, or something like based on
Okay.
the website that we had created, website we had implemented. From that website, it will identify which category business that we are doing, and similar category advertisers who had already created Google Ads, their audience segment will be shown here. Okay, Vinay.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Okay.
Okay, then done. Nazreen, your voice is breaking or fluttering. Nazreen.
Yeah, you are able to hear me, sir?
Yes,
Yeah, are
Nazreen.
you
Now,
able to hear me?
yes, yes. Now I can
Hello.
able to hear you.
Okay. I have a question.
Yes,
Like
Nazreen.
generally, this webs, like we have these cloning websites, no?
Cloning website. Okay. Uh-huh.
Yeah, generally. So, like if somebody like everything is there, no, they have this ready-made. The source code will be there. They just change the name and data, and they will give us.
Yes, Nazreen, that is right.
So will it affect that in the Google search or something like that? Like when if we take something like that
Uh,
way.
yes, Nazreen, that will definitely affect the Google search if we just change the logo and deploy in our website. Okay. But instead, many of the people will be they will be calling us the cloning website only. But they will be changing the complete product images. They will be changing the complete text, logo, and everything. Like whatever the things that we had learned in SEO, that SEO will be
Okay.
finding what is the title, what is the URL parameter, and what is the H1 tag, and the images alt tag, and etc. All those data will be changed while they are making the cloning
Okay.
process.
So that so it will not be have any this thing like the Google will not mark it as
Yes,
like something copied website or something. It will not be there.
it will not be there, Nazarene. If we completely change the text and images, then it will not be having any issues.
Okay.
The colors and template, it is not going to make any impact in Google search. Okay. All right. So, anything else, Vinay? So, you have any other general doubts or something, or anything regarding the topic that we had discussed today?
It is okay.
All right. So, Nazreen, you have anything to ask me now?
I think we have to practice. Once we start practicing, if we to create one or two ads, then we will
Hmm.
able to understand properly.
Yes, Nazreen. So the plan is, this week it is going to be for completely for Google Ads. I had a plan to
Okay.
give some theory session for 1 or 2 days, and then
Okay.
having a plan to give the practical session might be in the,
Practice them.
yes, for the
Yeah.
same day,
First.
because in the SEO process, right? On the SEO process, I mean, while we have in the workshop, we almost take one
Yeah.
hour for the search advertisement creation itself.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if we take half
Yeah.
a day, it will be difficult for us to complete. So we will take a complete day for practical session.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, might be on Thursday or Friday. We'll be having 2 days completely on practical. So for creating Google Ads and display
Okay.
ads, so that it will we will be having enough time for us to study and everything. All right.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Sure then. Thank you very much. Okay, we will have a session by tomorrow, and we will continue
Hello.
with the rest of the things. Yes, Vinay.
Okay. So practical, whatever you were telling, whole day. So
Haha.
you can arrange like on a Saturday or Sunday, any day.
Okay, Vinay, I'm saying for Thursday and Friday by evening 9:30 to 10:30, we will use the practical class.
Okay. Okay.
Fine, Vinay? Okay, all right.
Okay.
If you
Thank
require any
you.
special training, not a problem. I'll be available on some Saturdays. You can ask me if you want to practice. Okay, all right. Uh, Done then. Okay, thank you very much. We will have the next session by tomorrow, and we will discuss from the things which we had left from today. So for the revising purpose, let me
Okay.
to say what are the things that we had learned. We had learned about how to create the audience segment, and we had learned about what is campaign parametering, and we had learned about how to target the audience within some 5 kilometers or 10 kilometers for the business, and we had learned about how to create a campaign structure with the campaign name and all those elements. Okay, all right, this is what we had learned for today, and tomorrow we will continue from the same location where we had left from. So the ideas and all the rest of the things will be continuing from tomorrow. All right, thank you.
Thank you.